Start the session. Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara. Om Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Om Annado Sri Jagannatha Madguru Sri Jagadguru Mamatma Sarva Bhutatma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Om Akhanda Mandalakaram Vyaptam Yena Characharam Tat Padam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. The only Guru of three religions, Traitatiram originator, Hindu virtue donor, sensational writer, the author of more than 100 divine holy scriptures, Sri 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 Acharya Prabodhananda Yogeshwar. So, in the last session, we came to know that the people who are attracted towards the luxuries, so they are not going to get any divine wisdom. They will not get any interest to learn the divine wisdom. So the divine wisdom will not be applicable for them because they are in want of luxuries all the time. They would like to do the deeds related to the luxuries. And also there are the people who encourage the people like Swamijis, Pitadipatis and Babas, many different kind of people. Those people are in highest position in the society, Hindu society. What they will do, they will encourage the people to perform this task, that task. By doing this task you will get this result, this benefit, that benefit, like that. They encourage them to do that. Because of that they are going to get the luxuries. The people are going to get the luxuries. So since those deeds are not related to the righteousness, those deeds give the punyam, that means merit. Because of that, so those people are going to get again birth and the karma. Because they will get the karma, then they will get birth. So in the similar way, the people who encouraged them, they also are going to get the karma. Because of that they also get the new birth as well. Those people, how they speak is, they speak very nice, very they do mesmerize the people like anything. They speak very sweet words, and these people get mesmerized to that, and they will fall prey to them. Then what they do, they follow, because they would like to have the luxuries. They would like to have the luxuries, so they follow whatever they say. Then they are going to get the karma. And also the one who is determined towards the reaching the God, he will have only one goal in his life, and he doesn't even think about the external worldly related matters at all. So when some people see that kind of persons, some people who are totally ignorant and they are towards the worldly related matters, when they see such kind of people, so they think that, hey, this man is always thinking about he says about God, he says about wisdom. So what is that? So if he does some kind of task, he may get some benefit, something. Those kind of people, the ignorant people, will think about that yogis. So that yogis just smile at them and think that these people are craving for the temporary luxuries. So they are not looking for the permanent God, where you will get the permanent peace. So that's the yogis thing. So if you have any doubts, you can comment, so that we can answer for that. Let's move on today to the 45th Slokam in Sankhya Yogam chapter. What it says: Traigunya Vishaya Veda Nistraigunyo Bhavarjuna Nirdvandvo Nitya Sattvasto Niryoga Kshema Atmavan. This slokam talks about unification, yogam, Brahma yogam and Karma yogam. Both. The single slokam is having two parts in it. One sentence talks about Brahma Yogam, another sentence talks about Karma Yogam. So in the 44th Slokam, God tells about luxuries and the people who are craving towards the luxuries, they will not taste the wisdom. So the wisdom will not be suitable for those kind of people. So when you get luxuries, external worldly related luxuries, they are all temporary. So instead of that, if you could become the God, then you will be the superpower, supreme. You will be supreme. So you will get the permanent peace. So here the first slokam says, Traigunya Vishaya Veda Nistraigunyo Bhavarjuna. The Vedas are of three divisions of dispositions. When all the Vedas are filled with dispositions, you leave them. Don't take them, you leave them. And obstacles, happiness, profits, losses, win and loses, all those are dualities. Those are dvandvas, means dualities. You leave them, and also welfare of yogam also you leave. Then you reach to the permanent God. Here he is saying about the Vedas are totally the matters of gunas only, emotions only. So those emotions are categorized into three parts. First one is tamasa, second one is rajasa, third one is satvika. And how many gunas are there? There are 36 emotions. In each division, there are 12 emotions. So all the Vedas are of emotions only. So these emotions are called Maya, Satan, we can say. In Vijnana Yogam chapter, God said that Daivi Hesha Gunamayi Mama Maya. That means the Maya is filled with gunas. So that is made by God Himself. So all the Vedas contains the matters of emotions only. So those are the tasks outside are like sacrifices, worships, prolonged worships, all those things. So you need to leave them. You need to discard them totally. When you discard the trigunas, the emotions, you will reach to the yogam, unification. That kind of unification is called Brahma Yogam. So the first part of the slokam talks about the Brahma Yogam. Brahma Yogam can be achieved when you go beyond the emotions. If there is no single emotion is on you, that means when the emotions become zero totally, then you are into the unification. That is Brahma Yogam. It is also called Gnana Yogam. If you are not able to perform, if you are not able to do Brahma Yogam, then what you have to do? You have to leave the dualities like happiness and sorrows, profits and losses. These you need to leave. You need to discard these. You need not worry about that. You need not even think about that. And also, you should not think about even welfare of yogam also. Then you reach to the permanent God. So here God said two tasks. Each task can make you reach the God. The first is about the Brahma Yogam, second is about the Karma Yogam. Two processes, one is Brahma Yogam, another one is Karma Yogam. In each yogam, you can rid of your karma and merge with the God. About this Shlokamu, there were many interpretations done by hundreds of people. But nobody so far divided this Shlokamu into two parts, and nobody told that one part is about Brahma Yogam, another part is about Karma Yogam. But Swami, only the one who gave this great explanation to this Shlokamu, saying first part is about Brahma Yogam, second part is about Karma Yogam, which is the true nation of the Bhagavan. So, whenever you don't have any gunas on you, when you are beyond the gunas or emotions, that is called Brahma Yogam. When you do the tasks without any focus on luxuries, hurdles, profit and loss, and welfare of yogam, then it becomes Karma Yogam process. So when you do that, then you will know about the God, you will merge with the God. So Bhagavan explained about the luxuries and prosperities in the 44th Shlokamu. In the 45th Shlokamu, he told us about the unification and which we need to go beyond those luxuries and prosperities kind of things. So when you know the true notion of Lord Krishna, then you can clearly understand. So that is provided by Swami. We are much more thankful to Swami for the great explanation he has provided to us. So do you have any doubts over here in this Shlokamu? Or can we continue to the next Shlokamu? Let us see what is that. Yavanartha udapane sarvatat samplutodake tavan sarveshu vedeshu brahmanasya vijanataha. This Shlokamu is also talking about Karma Yoga practice, Karma Yogam process. So here Bhagavan is talking about a well. It's a well filled with water he is talking about here. So when you have a well of water, what you will do? Well is filled with water. You will take out some water. You will use it for drinking, washing the clothes, and also wet the plants. Different kinds of tasks you will do with the water. Do you use always the more and more water from the well? No. So when you are washing the clothes, you may use 10 to 15 buckets of water. If you don't wash the clothes on that day, you will not use that much water from the well. In the similar way, when you take some water for drinking out of a container, you don't drink entire water from the container of 100 liters or 200 liters. For a day, how much water you can drink? That much only you will drink. You don't drink more than that. So here, how the water from the well is being used for your purpose, like drinking and bathing, in the same way, the Brahmagnani, the one who knows about the divine wisdom, he knows that all the Vedas are also useful in everyday life. The Vedas means the gunas, the emotions are also useful. All the Vedas are emotions or gunas are being used for our daily life here. You see, in the 45th Slokam, he says about you go beyond the Vedas. Here in this Slokam, he said that the Brahma Gnani, the one, the knower of the wisdom, knows that Vedas are being useful in our life. He is saying that. So people may go some little bit of controversy over here. Why he said like that in that slokam? Why he said like this in this slokam? Here he is saying about how gunas are being used in your daily life, but he is not saying that gunas, Vedas are wisdom here. Because the gunas, without gunas, task is not going to be happening in our body. So we have three divisional dispositions in our head. You consider head is a well of water. The water is like gunas. How many gunas are there in our head? There are 36 gunas in our head. Those 36 gunas are at once not being used. So they are coming into force whenever karma is activating them. Gunas are coming into the action. Gunas are making the intellect to think over that. Then the task is being happened. So suppose you are so angry on some other person, then you fight with him. That time your emotions are used more compared to the other day. If you are peaceful on that day, so or if you are sleeping more than what you do regularly, that day the emotions are spent less. Whenever you fight with some other person with jealousy, something, then the gunas are more, the emotions are more into the work. That time the gunas are being used more and more in your body. So this is what God is saying here. So whenever the gunas are more active, then they are being spent. So whenever they are less active, they are being spent less. So the knower of the wisdom knows that these emotions are Vedas, these are gunas. These gunas are being used, being spent in the body. So based on the karma. So that is what he knows. But the ignorant man, what he thinks, he is attached to the emotions. He thinks always that I am the doer. When he thinks that he is the doer, then he is going to attach more karma. So because they think that they are the one who is thinking. But the knower of the wisdom, he doesn't think that. He does not think that way, and he knows that how gunas are main role they are playing while doing the task. And when more gunas are inactive, more gunas are being spent for that task. That's what, when you wash the clothes, you may use 10 buckets of water. When you don't wash the clothes, you don't use that much of water. So that's what God clearly explained here about the Vedas or gunas. So do you have any doubt over here? So if not, let us know about the 47th Slokam, what he is saying here. It is much more important Slokam. So if you could not able to understand this Slokam, so entire Bhagavad Gita is not possible to understand in a very well manner, because about this Slokam we heard in our life many times, and we knew some other notion. That notion is not the right notion. The right notion is provided by us, by Swami to us only. So what he is saying in this slokam, let us see. Karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phalaheturbhur te sangosva karmani. See, he is saying that you have authority to earn karma. You should not want the results of karma. You should not want the results of karma. Then the karma is the fruits of sin and virtue. The karma is mixture of sin and virtue. The outcome of that is experiencing happiness and sorrow. You should not be reason for that, because you end the karma. You are experiencing happiness and sorrow. Happiness and sorrow you are facing because of the karma you earned. That karma contains sin and merit. So that's why you should not be the reason for that. Similar way, you should not stop doing the tasks thinking that you may get attached to the karma. So this slokam completely talks about the karma yogam itself. So the slokam before this one is 46th slokam. This one is 47th slokam. In the previous slokam, previous slokams, he said that because of the emotions, the thoughts are coming. Emotions make the mortal soul, make the person to get the thoughts. And because of the thoughts, he is moving and doing the task. So here the tasks are a reason for the emotions are reason for happening task, and because of the task the man is going to earn sin or merit. This is like how there is a fire is associated with the smoke. The same way, task is associated with the karma is associated with the task, because when karma is coming into force, then it activates emotions. The emotions make thoughts. The thoughts will come into the action. When the actions are being happened, during that time the mortal soul is getting ego on that. When he is getting ego on that, again the future karma he is earning over there. You see, task is related to karma is related to task. So this mechanism is made by nature. With this mechanism, with the nature's mechanism, if you are in the nature's mechanism, you are going to get karma. This is called method of nature. And again, there is another method which is opposite to the nature, which is called the method of Paramatma. We can say the process of the absolute soul, the method of absolute soul. With that method of absolute soul, then you will be detached from the karma itself. Why? When you don't get ego, then you are not attached to the karma. So that's why he is saying karmanyevadhikaraste. That means you have the authority to earn karma. So what is that authority? So when there is a task, it's in progress, a task is happening, There is a ego will always be telling you, you did this, you did that, you should not have done this way, should not have done that way. Oh, when that keeps on telling the mortal soul will accept that whatever the ego is telling. When he is accepting that, the authority of accepting or not accepting or rejecting is with the mortal soul only. It's his own decision. He has the authority. So when he accepts, he is getting karma. When he is not accepting, he is not getting karma. That is why God said karmanyeva adhikaraste. That means you have the authority to earn the karma, but you don't have authority to do the task. Tasks are not done by you. There are references in other places in Bhagavad Gita itself. God said that He is the one who is providing thoughts, memory, wisdom, considerations. And He said another place that He is playing all of us like a toy operator operates the toy. We are being played like a toy in the game played by the Prakriti and Paramatma. That means nature and the absolute soul. We are the pawns. They are playing us. They are playing us. Now we are not the doers. We are not the players at all. So you have the authority to earn the karma, but you don't have authority to do the task. Okay, and also you should not be the reason for the obstacles and luxuries which you are experiencing. So the experiences are also not in your hand. You don't have any authority that hey, I can be I can live luxurious life. You and that is not in your hand. The karma, the initiative karma is the one which plays you. When it comes into the force, the emotions are activated and your intellect will think and your chittam will decide what to happen, and your chittam will give orders to the mind. Mind is associated with the actionable organs. It makes actionable organs to work. When that work is in progress, when it is happening, you are the one who is experiencing happiness or sorrow. So you don't have direct authority. You can't select the luxury or hardships. You don't know until the karma is coming into force. That's why God says you don't have authority to do the task. You don't have even authority to what kind of luxury you can experience, what kind of hardship you can go into. That's not in your hand itself. And also, he's saying that you should not stop doing the tasks thinking that I may get karma. He's saying that every karma will come into the force. It will definitely happen when that karma is in force. When it is happening, you will undergo happiness or sorrow. So that is already decided one. So if you think that I am not going to work, if I do this task, it may attach me sin, I don't do. It's not your decision. That's the karma's decision. Karma has to come into the force. It will happen anyway. So that's what God is saying here. So if you are in the process of Paramatma, that means if you are in the process of elimination of karma, how do you do? When you don't show your ego, you are not going to get attached to the new karma. Then you will not become the reason for the happiness and sorrow which are coming in the future. So that means when you don't show ego, even if you don't get the agami karma, then you are away from this karma. So you have already experienced this and you are not earning new karma, then that karma is gone there itself. If not that, you will be in the nature made process. In the nature made process, what happens? In the nature process, in the nature made process, you will be earning always karma, and you will be taking birth and death. It continues continuously. So nobody cannot escape from this, from the karma. Even if he is, even the great demigods, we say Brahma, Vishnu, Ishvara, they also cannot escape from the karma. Everybody should uh, undergo the karma itself. Karma will enforce on everybody, even the great demigods also. So nobody should not want for the fruits of the action. Fruits of the action are sin and merit. When you earn the sin and merit, in the next birth, that sin and merit will come into force as the action. So like we came to know that task is associated with karma is associated again with the task. So that's what God says that. So if you think that, oh, because of the task I am going to get karma, it's better to stop the task. You can't do that because you don't have any authority to doing the task. So that's why you should not even think about that. So karma will definitely come into force and it will definitely execute. Karma will definitely execute. You cannot stop that at all. So when it is executing, there the task will be happening. When tasks are happening, you have the authority to gain the karma out of the task. The fruits of task is, one is experience, another one is invisible karma. So you have the authority to avoid invisible karma. When you disassociate with ego, if you don't show ego in the task, you are not attached to the karma at all. So others wrote like in hundreds of Bhagavad Gitas, whoever gave interpretation to Bhagavad Gita, they mentioned that you have authority to do the task. The result is the fruits are given by the God. Don't think about the fruits. God is going to give us the fruits. Let us do the task, they said. No. It's not true according to the true notion of the Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna said that you should not want for the fruits of karma. That means fruits of action. Don't want the fruits of action. You have authority to earn the karma. You don't have authority to do the tasks. Swami clearly explained here. You do not have authority to do any tasks. You have authority to earn the karma only. Others wrote like you have authority to do the task, God will give the fruits. That's totally wrong. So, according to the karma, everybody has to follow. There is no going back anywhere. And even if it is written in your karma that you must participate in the war, participate in the battle, and you must fight in the war, you cannot avoid that. Even if you say, I don't want to participate, it cannot stay there. So you can't stop it at all. So karma will make you do the task. So the real notion of the Shlokamu we got from Swami That is the one which is the final, which is the notion of the Lord Krishna. So if you have any doubts, you can comment for the answer. Let us end the session over here. We'll continue the next slokam in the next week. Let us do Mangala Pradhana and end the session. Om Mangalam Gurudevaya Mahaniya Prabodhatmane Sarvaloka Sharanyaya Sadhurupaya Mangalam. Prabodharpanam to everybody.